now we're on the future of AI in cybersecurity amidst COVID-19. Well, we aim to commit using AI tools to monitor security incidents, integrating machine learning into firewalls to flag any anomaly, identifying the origin of cyber attacks through NLP applications, using RPA bots to automate rule-based tasks and processes, and also we'd like to cover monitor and analyze mobile endpoints for cyber threats. Well, we're very elated that we have with us our panelists who are going to be joining us today. First up, we've got Dr. Ardal Uzkaya, Managing Director, Head of Information and Cybersecurity, Standard Chartered Bank. Well, Dr. Uzkaya is a leading cybersecurity professional with business development management and academic skills who focuses on securing the cyberspace and sharing his real-life skills as a security advisor. We also have Majid Mohammed, CISO Allied Cooperative Insurance Group. Well, Majid is an award-winning certified Chief Information Security Officer and a certified Digital Business Transformation Officer with over 19 years of experience at both the senior management and technical hands-on sector. Also, we've got Saqib Chaudhary, who's joining us. He's CISO Cleveland Clinic. Well, Mr. Chaudhary is a thought leader with over 20 years of experience in cybersecurity, IT infrastructure management, enterprise risk management, business resilience, data privacy, audit, and compliance. We also have with us Abdullah Faisal Biari, who's the CISO of Salama Cooperative Insurance Company. Well, Abdullah Faisal is a cybersecurity specialist and a programmer in the Deanship of Information Technology. While at the King Abdullah Aziz University, part of his specialized roles including digital forensics, penetration testing, and Big IP F5. This is going to be moderated by none other than Lucas Christaponis, who's the CISO European Merchant Bank. Well, Lucas has been lecturing for 25 years as an associate professor at the Atmajaya Catholic University in Jakarta, Indonesia. Well, his main interests are in AI, NLP, image processing, biomedical engineering, and computer network security. So over to my esteemed panelists who've joined and taken out time today. Thank you so much for joining us. If I may request you all to kindly unmute yourself.
Hi, hello, Lucas there. So I will be a moderator on this topic. So as far as we can see, near all our participants joined. We can begin our panel. So this is a very new field for all the companies, AI field for cybersecurity. Some of us, as far as I know, we have already experience in this field. So basically we can start with the first topic, which is on our agenda. That would be, what are your ideas about future tools with AI that could help and save us a lot of time and money? So I would ask all participants of a opinion and who can share on this topic. So maybe can we proceed with Ardal?
So, well, Lucas, we do have Majid Mohammed who's there with us.
Okay.
He's on.
So can maybe Saqib take over and start this topic?
Okay, Saqib, if I may request you to kindly unmute yourself, and if you can just put your video on. Meanwhile, Lucas, if you could engage with Majid Mohammed, he's already online.
Okay, or you can start, so it will be faster and we can proceed further. If somebody else having trouble, so can you just give us a little bit comment about your industry on this topic?
I think, please, at first, thank you very much for your kind invitation. And it's a great opportunity to start with a question until the other panelists join us. The AI and the email, once come to the cybersecurity and the cybersecurity relationship to AI, it's quite very solid links to it, especially the information security or the cybersecurity domain. It's a cross function and a fundamental element to the AI. So the tools and the essential demand for the cybersecurity once come to the AI is an essential and basic requirements for AI going forward.
Do you have any thing that you would like to automate with AI, do you think that would save quite a lot of your time in your industry? Do you have anything in mind right now?
Actually, yes, there is quite a good number, but and there is also good examples of how to capitalizing the IA and use the IA as a capital item once come to the cyber security. It all depends, of course, starting from the security operations center and things that we do internally within the cybersecurity domain, whether even governance, operational activities, monitoring. So AI, it's become an essential tool, especially during the new normal after COVID-19 and going forward to the businesses and enabling the mobility and remote work activities to these businesses to continue their operations and to avoid the big impact usually happen from east to west with no exceptions.
Okay, thank you for input. Maybe our participants have possibility to successfully join. Can somebody give a comment and let's check if you are ready. So, anyone else?
I believe Lucas Sakit is there, and I think he's unmuted, so maybe he'd like to comment.
Yeah, so can try to comment. Let's see if we can hear you.
Hi guys, this is Sakib. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So
okay,
can you hear that?
Can you please? I was having difficulties in hearing. Can you please repeat the question?
So now our topic is what are your ideas about future tools with AI? So do you have any comment? What do you expect to see in the future, or is there any problems that you want to solve with AI? So can you give us a little overview about it?
Yeah, so I think instead of focusing on specific tools, I would like to paint a bigger picture where I see artificial intelligence and machine learning becoming the backbone
Sakib, I'm just so sorry to interrupt. Sakib, we can't hear you. There's some interruption.
Is it better? Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's perfect now. Please go ahead, Sakib. Thank you.
Not a problem. So what I was trying to allude to is, instead of focusing on future tools, which will embed AI and we will see benefits out of it, I wanted to paint a bigger picture where I see artificial intelligence as becoming the backbone of cyber immune system. So just like human immune system creates a baseline of your body and then identifies any anomaly, which could be a pathogen. And not only that, the human immune system identifies anomalies, it also automatically initiates a corrective action, which in most cases is in the form of producing antibodies. Similarly, artificial intelligence, I believe, will get to a point where it will be able to not only identify anomalies in the system, but also initiate corrective actions. And also in this process of identifying
Sorry, but I think we lost you again. Let's check on that. I could see Abdul have a video. Maybe Abdul can take over and comment on this topic. If you have the topic, I can repeat if you didn't have it.
Yes, please. First of all, thank you for having me here. This is Abdullah Biari. Could you please repeat the question so I could try to address it as the best way possible?
So, what are your ideas about future AI tools? Can you give us any insight that you feel that AI take over from your business perspective? What do you think it will be automated in the new future?
Mm-hmm. So, future tools that will incorporate artificial intelligence, in my opinion, will be all of the current solutions in the market, which will have AI capability to analyze and further assist your security department, in which some security solutions have already begun adapting to this transformation. If we take, for instance, the SIM solutions are now based on AI. Not all of them, but they're moving towards the AI, artificial intelligence, in order to analyze and know if there's behavior that's not correct within the environment. You could talk also about the IDS, intrusion detection systems, intrusion prevention systems, and sandboxing, which is also moving towards the AI, and to limit the human interference and to give you a clear performance. But with this, is AI ready to replace humans? I don't believe so. It can enhance human efforts, but it can't remove the humans at all from incorporating and analyzing these threats.
Okay, so that was very good mention about human replacing AI. So that would be our next topic. Maybe Mayed could add something about human replacing artificial intelligence, and did you try to do it on your corporation, or are you thinking to replace some workforce with artificial intelligence?
Are you addressing me or someone else? Sorry.
Mayed.
Again, please, your voice kept for some time. Would you please repeat again?
Yeah, so in your opinion, do you think artificial intelligence soon replace some of your workforce, and you will have employee with replaced with artificial intelligence?
Okay, professionally speaking, for the last 2 decades, we have been going through different technological and new eras of technology that include and not limited to the emerging technologies. However, it's a good tool to be embedded on the core systems for any functions that include information security or cybersecurity to certain level. However, IA it's not considered, in my opinion, as a core that we can build the information security on, and except for many certain tools and functions like IBS and that mentioned by Mr. Biari. However, not for everything. On the other side, okay, IA could be very useful to enhance, adapt the operation internal the organizations, and not to replace the human as supporting them in enhancing their activities and deliverables or contribution to their organizations. So yes, it will be a big jump for the organization and humankind. However, it will not be a complete replacement, especially for the information security, because still we need the strategic lane, we need someone to operate, and we need someone to manage it. But AI could be good in detecting the alarms, good to report, good to notify the team, but still there is a demand for the human. Maybe that demand will be a little bit decreased, but still required.
Correct. I could see we have Erdal join on our conference. Maybe do you have anything to add on this topic? I can repeat topic if you like.
I think AI is not gonna if I'm not wrong, the question was is if AI is gonna replace any human.
Correct.
I think AI is a great tool to help us as humans because, for example, cybersecurity is big, but let's get the topic of forensics. If you are an incident response analyst, let's say you have 8 hours to work in a busy day, in under stress, you have to work 12, 15, sometimes 30 hours non-stop because you have to find the threat actor. In the meantime, you receive a call from your partner stating your kid is sick. In the meantime, while you're coming, you had a small accident. Let's put all this negative aspect to human life, where this can um, affect the performance. But if we look at AI can help in the bigger picture to look into the details that a human can miss. And I'm totally in favor of AI. Is a great tool to help us to be more successful as cybersecurity industry experts if it's been used right. I mean, if you look at movies, I'm pretty sure you all remember Terminator, where robots takes over, we humans try to take it back, but at the end there is the good robot and the bad robot, and I believe if it's been used correctly in AI, the AI is a great tool to help us to be more successful against the fight against cyber criminals.
Okay, I could see Sakwip. I'm sorry if I pronounced incorrect your name because it is a little bit hard, your region names. I could see you want to add something, so go ahead.
Sure. First of all, can you hear me okay? Is it better than before?
Yeah, we have it. We have it now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I think if anything in the near future, artificial intelligence will augment human intelligence, right? So there's a terminology used, augmented intelligence, right? So what that means is artificial intelligence will enable humans to become better, faster, and to do more with less resources. But I do not see artificial intelligence replacing jobs, at least in the near future. I actually see, on the contrary, I believe AI and cybersecurity will create more jobs because to take advantage of the whole
I think robots are taking over.
Yeah, again, we have issues. Can someone else take over and give us comments while Sakib internet again failed on us? If nobody have any additional comments, we can move to further topic.
I have just one comment on this subject.
Okay.
Going beyond the justification of having AI, or to have AI within security, I don't think this is the proper time for organizations to discuss as far as this is the impact, and we have to adapt ourselves and the organization contributing to how to adapt and implement and capitalize on having AI on this organization as number one. Number two, also important to increase our capabilities, our qualification, our skills once come to dealing with AI, and to build up internal resources from human perspective for this coming new era and get ourselves ready, especially if we are in very competing industry next of other competitors. And we can use the privilege of having this AI implemented in our organizations, our own good. So yes, we need to know more about AI, and we need to study further and to have the skills have the proper implementation of it with the good strategic plans.
I have a short insight. So in our company, we completely replace security operations with artificial intelligence, but we have that opportunity because we have a quite small team yet. So there is only way to cover it by that. But I was very happy when we chose this path. So I'm really looking into it. So I don't think in the future we will have a human SOC. Yeah, maybe I'm talking about security incidents team, so a response team, but for a SOC, so our company completely moved to artificial intelligence. I could see Sakrit will join again. Can you try to end up your sentence? Maybe this time it will be better. No, it looks like you still have issue.
So we still need the human touch, I guess. See, regardless how good the technology is in 2020, we still let that human touch for having backup. So maybe a phone line.
Correct.
That's which I disagree with you saying in SOC. Who's gonna look at the false positives? Regardless how good the AI is, I think you're still gonna need someone to look at the false positive to verify the false positive. So yes, maybe we're gonna require less human, but I don't think so. It's gonna be humanless very soon. Again, my opinion.
You are correct, of course.
If I may add to this, I totally agree with Dr. Erba. We are not in the position all the time for us to fully automate the security operating center. And let's think of hackers and the way the methods they use. Hackers try to find any gap or vulnerability within any system to penetrate that system. So even with AI, there's still gaps that are still found today that hackers will be able to use. So who are hackers? Are they automated? No, they're human beings. So humans against humans, I guess, it's at the end of the war.
That's correct. That's why we still have security incident team to look over it, but the front line we are able to automate. But I'm completely agreed that we cannot remove everybody from equation. So that's very important topic. So let's move to our third topic. As a CISO, how you incorporated ML, machine learning or AI in your overall cybersecurity strategy. So who wants to be first on this topic to comment? There is any who didn't speak and want to speak right now? Okay, so nobody is first. So maybe Dr. Erdal want to begin.
Can you repeat the question, please?
As a CISO, how you incorporated machine learning and artificial intelligence in your overall cybersecurity strategy?
It's an important part, automation, because yes, as I said, we definitely need less human errors, but we still need the human to correlate that. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, or collaborative intelligence, they are all important words, and it's important to utilize them right. If you remember many years ago when we started to talk about cloud, we had similar concerns as well, but today I don't know, even back then, like everybody had, let's say, a Hotmail email address or Gmail email address, but they were still afraid of cloud. Same today. We're getting afraid of the latest terms, but it's important to utilize them now. Back to me, my day-to-day life, yes, I have to deal as a bank CISO with lots of regulations. Yes, I have my team who supplies me with all the responses, which is automated, let's say the logs from the SIEMs or vulnerability report from my AI-powered security system, but I still need the human. But compared to 10 years ago, this is much faster because now I can automate most of the stuff and get more accurate result to move forward easier, better, and with less trouble.
Okay, thanks for the answer. Maybe Abdul can give us more insight on your company.
Okay. So, with regards to my company, we are Salama Cooperative Insurance Company. The insurance AI has not really been a great part of in the insurance industry. When we talk about underwriting claims and fraud detection, it's growing within the Saudi Arabian region within the insurance field. So, with that AI, we try to incorporate it with the SIM solution. Try to have it as a next level of detecting and checking for malicious behavior within our environment. And this is where we plan to go with the IBS and the IPS, so we could prevent the attacks from happening. If an attack was to happen, we could detect it. And if we couldn't detect it, unfortunately, then we would have recovery implemented in order to cover our data.
Okay, thanks. Maybe have Mayat some insights from his perspective.
You mean Majid?
Yeah, sorry,
Right.
sorry for wrong pronunciations. Like I said, it's a little bit hard for Europeans.
It's okay. No problem. Okay, let me think about it from the perspective of a businessman or someone, the Mr. CEO level. Again, we have the AI on the first side, on the cybersecurity on the second side. It's important to plug in the AI within the cybersecurity domain. However, it's also one of the major responsibilities for the cybersecurity team, which we are one of them, to support the business processes and other systems like ERP, the claims, online purchasing, sales, quotation, XYZ systems with AI tools where we can, as an information security team, and function influence on their AI tool. I mean, we can influence the major or all business processes and AI tools. So the demand again for AI, it's not only for the information security as supportive function as much as the major core business lanes where we need to influence as an information security team on these AI tools on the business side. And here where we generate and we ensure that the organization is operating with capitalizing, of course, capitalization on the AI tools on the business side, and most important, ensure they are operating securely.
Okay, thanks. So I will try to cover as short as possible my perspective. So basically, right now, as I mentioned, we try to automate the stock because we have a little short stuff, but I think I'm planning to use some penetration tools with AI, so to have a faster scan our network. Basically, I'm very pro machine learning and artificial intelligence, and we will try to move on. So as the time running out, we will go to the last topic, and that would be the weakest link in cybersecurity and how AI can help mitigating attacks. Maybe Dr. Erdal could begin as usual in our discussion.
But it's a, what?
Should I repeat the question?
No.
Yes. Yeah, I have some connection.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I had some difficulties again. Yes, please.
Okay, so the last topic would be the weakest link in cybersecurity and how the AI help in mitigating the attacks. So can you share us any insights that you have?
Sure. When we look at cyber threats today, there is lots of volume of the data, identifying regional activity versus an activity which is not activity which is malicious. Being able to analyze everything in real time, being able to detect way the earliest possible to prevent the faster. Prevent as much as fast as you can, and to respond again as fast as you can is really important. And this will be only, I think, happening with the help of AI. But again, saying that, while AI is evolving as the cybersecurity landscape, we know the hackers are also using these tools, right? We have to be able rely on AI, but keep an eye. It's like being a team manager or a soccer or a coach, sports team coach. What we need to do is we need to ensure that the team is ready for the game. You will prepare the tactics. You will analyze the opposite side as much as possible. Because unfortunately you don't know who's going to attack you, but keeping an eye and threat reports, then training your AI with training your machine learning and using right partner for AI will empower you against any possible attack and any possible activity to be a step ahead. But again, I would highly suggest to our listeners that they should watch out for buzzwords, because most of our CISOs that at least I meet are fully technical, but unfortunately there are also some CISOs which came from non-technical background, and they get easily trapped with this buzzwords when it says, hey, look, we have a security solution that is powered by AI. Usually, I would highly suggest to look into these buzzwords, because the only challenge is these days not just hackers. We also have challenges from partners. You should not just rely on ready packages. You should get those packages and ensure they fit into your organization. Again, like sports team. Let's say you play basketball or you play football. Okay, in football, let's say you need a defender, but the sales team is gonna give you, let's say, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the most favorite soccer players. Yes, he's gonna score well, but is he gonna be able to defend as he's scoring well? No. So is he the right fit? Is a big question mark. The same applies to art of intelligence and to defense mechanism, I would say.
Okay, thank you. That was really nice explanation and inputting some real-time football examples. Maybe now could be Abdullah. So give us some insight on this topic. Can you unmute? Because you are on mute.
Abdullah?
Oh, okay, now.
Yeah, I think you have voice issues.
Yeah, so looks like. So try to check the issues, and can we go back to a next one? And so maybe I don't want to pronounce again the wrong name. So Mayed, I guess, or what?
Okay. Yes, you split. You read it right. AI, ML, blockchain, and other new emerging technologies are all part, in a way or other, from the digital business transformation strategy. So this where the challenge come from. So what I suggest and also offer you today, not only the challenges as much as the course of action that we need to tackle in organizations, is to develop a strategy that's address the digital business transformation along with the AI, ML, blockchain, and again, where we need to be involved with and focus on three major aspects. Number one is how to build up this internally from the organization structure from top to down, to have the proper strategy to have a committee for it, and of course to gain the buy-in from the board, from top to down, until the lowest level of staffing within organization. Number two is to work on the governance side, where we need to address the digital business transformation technologies that we need to implement. And before doing any implementation, and as mentioned by the doctor, understanding the demands, the business demands, and before just not only bringing the information security professionals on the ground, maybe from technical or non-technical or strategic, understanding what is the business vision and where we need to be. So maybe we'll not be going 100% with the AI as much 1% AI, which is ML, and between 40, 50%. So we need to understand this strategy and the governance even in implementing these projects, and how this is a monitor most important then as an investment for the organization, and from a strategic point of view, how this will be helping organization in meeting their strategic objectives and goals. And the last one is building up the internal team and having quite important the proper and professional engagements, like external SMEs as subject matter experts, and of course strategic partners, where they can transfer the required knowledge into our organizations. So there are certain number of actions that need to be done from top to down. At first, on the level of digital business transformation. Then we look one level inherited down to the AI, blockchain again, and other big data, and all of them need to be integrated to certain level as different areas, of course being supported, and it will be the cybersecurity considered in this situation as a supportive role for these new technologies that need to be implemented in organizations. So it's not one day implementation. It should come from top to down. Again, it's very important, and to be fully supported, and not only bringing technologies to be implemented in companies, as much as understanding how will be helping our organizations, and of course increasing the profits, enhancing the services, bringing higher qualities, and so on. Thank you.
Thanks. Just for information, as far as I can see, we run out of time. So maybe if Abdullah can give us 2 brief sentences, and let's try to sum up this topic today.
Could you hear me?
Yes. No, we cannot hear you, so you're muted again. Okay, now it should be okay.
Is my voice now working?
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay.
just 2 brief sentences, and
So when we are discussing about the weakest link in cybersecurity, what is the weakest link in cybersecurity? If you have all the best of the line next generation firewalls, IDSs, IPSs, sandboxing, and all of these various systems, what could be the weakest link? The weakest link could be most possibly the human errors. Say, for instance, you have great email security, you have strong passwords within that nature. Someone makes a call to one of your employees and he asks them for a password in a fishy way. The employee could provide it with it. So how could AI prevent these attacks from happening through such as emails? We could talk about a little about, I don't want to be promoting a product, but we could talk about something that Palo Alto created called traps, right? These take the attachments that are included to the email and put it in a sandbox environment where it analyzes the attack itself, the attachment of the file. It checks if it's on the back end, if it's making any changes to the operation system of your devices. So when we talk about AI and how it can evolve in this is the best way to give an example is the Palo Alto traps. Because these traps created by Palo Alto, it analyzes the behavior of the attachment of the virus or perhaps malware, and it makes sure that this isn't something that will change anything that within your systems and not affect your systems in a negative way. How would that addresses it?
Okay, so thank you all for participating. Let's get back to the organizers. So floor is yours. So thanks for having us, and thank you all for participating.
Thank you so much. Thank you once again to our entire panel. Thank you once again for joining us today.